Good evening, folks. Another episode of Beer Review with Sean Connor. Still trying to catch up. I got a backlog of beers, so I've been playing beer roulette. Basically, I put my hand in the fridge, whatever I get out. That's a review that I do. So let's get right at her. It's a tall boy, I know that much. This is from Town Site Brewing. Island IPA Mystery Reef Hazy IPA. This is like the transition from clear to hazy beer. Underwater exploration can sometimes have breathtaking surprises. From metal mermaids and giant concrete ships to a plethora of sea life, Powell River is home to world-class scuba diving. This beer is akin to amazing underwater adventures with bright hazy pour and a juicy happiness that's sure to spark your curiosity. 5.7% alcohol, brewed on the traditional territory of the Tla'amin people on the beautiful Sunshine Coast, British Columbia. Now this is the one. I know it's from BC, and actually I have my beer club, which I get regular beers, but I also have my buddy Gus came home for a visit from Victoria, BC, and then my neighbors Travis and Whitney went to Vancouver for a visit, and they both brought me back beers, so I'm not quite sure which one this is from. I think it's from Travis and Whitney, but I'm not 100% sure. But if it's Travis and Whitney or Gus, either way, thanks guys. I love when people bring me back beers. Alright, I've already given my glass a quick cold water rinse. Actually, I'll zoom in so you can see the can before I do that. Little scuba diving scene. I spent about 5 years out on Vancouver Island myself. Loved it there. No real winter. Actually did some scuba diving, skydiving out there. Beautiful scuba diving area. So a hazy IPA. IPAs, India Pale Ales, are one of those beers that originally I wasn't a big fan of. I found they were just basically too hoppy. However, over time, I guess my beer palate has evolved, and I find now I occasionally crave an IPA. I crave the hoppiness. So we'll see how this one does. People bring me back beer, they always say to me, what type of beer do you bring back? I always say the same thing. I love trying new beers, so if you find something that's really out there that you don't expect to see in a beer, by all means pick it up, because I love trying different types of beers. Not that this is a different type of beer, it's a hazy IPA. I've had several IPAs, I'm not sure if I've ever had one that was referred to as a hazy IPA. Typical IPA, I can actually smell it already. And it's definitely not clear, it's hazy, and that's quite common with craft beers. A lot of the times they're unfiltered. Definitely smell the hops, but it's not as strong as some IPAs I have had. Like most people, if you never had an IPA and you're just a regular mass-produced beer, you take one sip of an IPA and I was going to say it might turn you off, but it might surprise you. A lot of people don't like it, but like I said, I found I wasn't a big fan, but over time I actually started to enjoy them. Definitely tastes hoppy, typical IPA. What do they say? Fruity and what? A juicy happiness. I always find that's a weird one, juicy. Like, when I think of juicy, I think of like a fruity juicy. I'm not quite getting that. It's not bad. I would say average for an IPA for me. A little bit of an aftertaste, but not a lot. I'm not a big fan of beers that have an overwhelming aftertaste, so that's a plus. Nothing wrong with it. I'm thinking an average rating 3 or 3.5, leaning more towards a 3. And my ratings at 1's basically a drain pour. I can't finish it. I'm literally going to pour it down the drain. A 2's one's like, yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I don't want to waste it, so I'll finish it. 3 is a good beer, 4 would be a very good beer, and a 5 would be the best beer I've ever had. Well, honestly, for me, it's pretty well an average IPA. There's nothing wrong with it. So with that being said, I think I'm going to stick with my 3.0. If somebody gave me one, or I was somewhere and that was all that was available, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem drinking it. But I think if I had a choice from other possible beer styles, I might choose them. I say that an awful lot. I know, like, not my go-to beer, but there's nothing wrong with it. With that being said, so by all means, if you're out on the west coast of Canada and you see the Mystery Reef Hazy IPA, give it a try from Townsite Brewing. Let me know what you think. Where did I say it's from exactly? The Sunshine Coast. Just see if they got an address, but Powell River. It's up around Powell River, so I believe that's northern Vancouver Island. So you go, folks, 3.0. Hopefully you can join me within the next couple of days. We'll try to knock off a few more. Until next brew, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.